Once upon a time, in the infinite velvet of the cosmos, there raced a flash of brilliant blue. His name was Bluebolt, a creature unlike any other. With fur the color of twilight skies and eyes that glistened like tiny stars, he was known across his world for his speed, courage, and an unshakable curiosity that often led him into the unknown. Bluebolt sped across asteroid belts and shimmering stardust trails, leaving behind a sparkling wake of blue light. Tonight, however, he was not merely running for joy. There, far ahead, a strange pulse of radiant silver light rippled through the darkness, beckoning him. Bluebolt. What is that light? I've never seen anything like it. He felt an almost magnetic pull. His heart thumped faster, not from the run, but from an unknown excitement stirring deep within his chest. The closer he drew, the stronger the pull became, as though the universe itself whispered secrets only he could hear. And then, a swirling vortex opened before him. Stars twisted into spirals of color. Bluebolt gasped. He tried to slow down, but the cosmic tide sucked him in, whirling him into a tunnel of lights. Time and space seemed to vanish, replaced by dazzling bursts of purple, gold, and cerulean. When the spinning finally ceased, he found himself falling, drifting gently like a leaf upon a silent breeze. Below, a new world awaited. Bluebolt landed softly on a surface that shimmered like crystal under a violet sky. Soft grasses glowed silver in the starlight, and in the distance, floating islands hovered above sparkling waterfalls. Strange luminous plants dotted the landscape, their glow pulsing like quiet breathing. Bluebolt stood up and brushed cosmic dust from his fur. Bluebolt. Well, that was one wild ride. A sweet, fragrant breeze carried the scent of flowers unknown to his world. The place felt alive, as if it was watching him, curious and gentle. Narrator. Thus began Bluebolt's journey on the planet Zephyria, a place woven of dreams, secrets, and hidden magic. He took a few cautious steps, his ears twitching as he heard a faint rustling nearby. Suddenly, out from behind a glowing bush, leapt a small creature with golden fur, bright eyes, and a swirling mechanical backpack humming softly. Creature. Whoa! Who or what are you? Bluebolt blinked. Bluebolt. I'm Bluebolt. And I have no idea where I am. Creature, cheerful laugh. You're on Zephyria. And I'm Whizwing, greatest inventor on this entire planet. Whizwing darted around Bluebolt, inspecting him from every angle. Whizwing. Blue fur super fast. You look like trouble. I like trouble. Bluebolt smiled, finding Whizwing's energy contagious. Bluebolt. I guess I'm looking for someone, or something. There was this strange light in the sky. Whizwing's eyes widened. Whizwing, serious whisper. Light? You mean the Lunara light? Bluebolt tilted his head. Bluebolt. Lunara light? Whizwing. Come on. I'll show you. Whizwing led Bluebolt through silvery grass fields. The world was a wonderland, glowing rivers, luminous trees whose leaves chimed gently in the breeze, creatures that floated like living lanterns. Eventually, they reached the edge of a crystal lake, its waters shining like liquid stars. There, standing alone, was a figure bathed in soft white glow. She was beautiful. Tall and slender, her hair long and shimmering like silver moonlight, her eyes deep pools of starlight. Bluebolt froze, breath caught in his chest. Narrator. And there, for the first time, Bluebolt saw Lunara, the mysterious being whose presence would soon change his destiny. Lunara turned, her voice as gentle as a breeze. Lunara. You are not from this world. Bluebolt nervous. I guess not. She stepped closer, eyes searching his. Lunara. The stars whispered you're coming. Zephyria is in dang. Lunara. The stars whispered you're coming. Zephyria is in danger. And you might be the only one who can help. Bluebolt's ears flattened. He glanced at Whizwing, who simply nodded solemnly. Bluebolt. Danger? From what? Before Lunara could answer, the ground beneath them trembled. A distant rumble rolled across the lake. Over the mountains, dark shadows spread like spilled ink, twisting into monstrous shapes. Lunara's glow dimmed, and sorrow flickered in her eyes. "Lunara," soft whisper. "From my brother." Bluebolt stared, stunned. "Bluebolt. Your brother?" Narrator. Thus began a story of secrets, cosmic bonds, and a fight for the heart of a world forged in starlight. Silence hung over the crystal lake, broken only by the trembling ripples where Lunara's silver light touched the water. Bluebolt stared at her, his heart beating like a distant drum. The wind seemed to carry whispers across the surface, as though the lake itself murmured secrets from the stars. Narrator. Lunara lowered her gaze, her voice barely above a breath. "Lunara, gentle. His name is Umbrax. He was once my brother, a guardian of Zephyria, as I am. But now, he seeks to claim this world, to reshape it in his image." Bluebolt's eyes widened. Bluebolt softly. "But why?" Narrator. Lunara sighed, her silver hair flowing like a river of light. Lunara. "He desires power, Bluebolt. Enough to bend stars to his will. Enough to erase the beauty of Zephyria and replace it with endless darkness." Bluebolt glanced toward the mountains, where shadows twisted and pulsed. Narrator. Whizwing hovered closer, mechanical wings buzzing softly. Whizwing, trying to lighten the mood. "Look, I love a good adventure as much as the next fox. But maybe we should, run away?" Lunara's eyes sparkled with faint humor despite the fear in her voice. Lunara, soft laugh. "There is no place far enough to hide from Umbrax. His reach grows every day." Bluebolt clenched his tiny fists. Bluebolt determined. "Then we fight." Narrator gentle but resolute. Those words hung in the starlit air. For a moment, all was silent except for the distant songs of luminous birds hidden among crystal trees. Narrator. Lunara turned, leading them away from the lake. As they walked, the landscape shifted from glittering plains into dense woods where trees glowed softly, casting warm pools of light. Along the winding path, Bluebolt gazed in wonder. Tiny creatures like living orbs of starlight danced in the branches above, leaving sparkles wherever they went. Narrator. Finally, they reached a clearing, where a large crimson figure waited. Boulder stood there, his arms crossed, his eyes gentle and watchful. Boulder, deep, calm voice. "Lunara. I heard the shadows. What's happening?" Lunara's voice trembled as she spoke. Lunara. "Umbrax is moving faster than we feared. He's gathering an army, creatures of void and starlight twisted into monsters." Boulder looked at Bluebolt, studying him quietly. Boulder. "And this is the one the stars sent?" Narrator. Bluebolt felt self-conscious under Boulder's intense gaze. But he lifted his chin. Bluebolt. "I'm ready to help." Boulder's serious face broke into a small smile. Boulder. "Then welcome, Bluebolt. You have the heart of a warrior." Narrator. They sat around a gentle campfire made of shimmering blue flames. Its warmth was soothing, flickering like soft moonlight. Lunara spoke of Zephyrria's past, its floating cities, wise beings of starlight, and music that could heal the soul. But then, her voice darkened. Lunara. "Umbrax wasn't always this way. He was kind, gentle. He protected me when we were children. But the Star Core, it changed him." Bluebolt curious. "Star Core?" Narrator. Lunara nodded. Lunara. "It's a crystal of unimaginable power. Whoever controls it can reshape reality. Umbrax believes it belongs to him alone." Bluebolt felt a shiver run through his fur. Bluebolt softly. "And if he finds it?" Lunara sadly. "Zephyria will fall. The stars themselves may dim." Narrator. Silence fell among them as stars slowly wheeled overhead. The only sound was the gentle crackling of the crystal flames. Bluebolt stared into the fire, feeling a mixture of fear and determination. But he also felt something else, an unexpected warmth blooming in his chest whenever he glanced at Lunara. Narrator, soothing tone. And in the quiet night, under skies dusted with countless stars, a bond was forming. A fragile thread between a hedgehog from another world and a lonely guardian whose heart carried secrets as vast as the cosmos. Suddenly, a blast of freezing wind tore through the clearing. The trees hissed as shadows slithered between the trunks. Narrator, tense whisper. Out of the darkness stepped monstrous figures. Tall, dark beings with skin like swirling galaxies and eyes of burning red starlight. Umbrax's minions had arrived. Whizwing, panicked whisper. Okay. I take it back. Running sounds great. Boulder growled and cracked his knuckles. Boulder. Bluebolt. Stand behind me. But Bluebolt shook his head. Bluebolt firmly. No. We fight, together. Narrator, gentle yet urgent. The creatures charged. In a blur of dazzling blue, Bluebolt zipped forward, striking with flashes of light. Boulder swung his massive fists like hammers, shaking the ground. Whizwing darted between enemies, dropping tiny mechanical bombs that popped with soft bursts of glittering sparks. Lunara raised her hands. Waves of silver light flowed outward, washing over the creatures, slowing them as if caught in moonlit currents. Narrator. The battle was swift yet fierce. Energy swirled, light and shadow twisting like a cosmic dance. But as quickly as it had begun, the creatures retreated, vanishing into the forest. Narrator calming. Silence returned. Stars glittered overhead like scattered diamonds. The friends stood breathing heavily, eyes wide. Lunara, soft, sad voice. This is only the beginning. Umbrax is coming. And when he does, he will stop at nothing. Bluebolt stepped closer to her, gently touching her arm. Bluebolt, tender. Then we'll be ready. Lunara gazed into his eyes, a mixture of sorrow and hope. Narrator, gentle, dreamy. And so, under a sky swirling with cosmic lights, a promise was made, that they would stand together, no matter the shadows creeping across the stars. Night fell deeper over Zephyria. The stars shone like scattered diamonds across a velvet sky. The crystal trees around the campfire glowed softly, casting luminous patterns across the clearing. All seemed peaceful, but Bluebolt could feel a tension under the quiet. He sat near the gentle flames, watching Lunara as she stared into the flickering light, her eyes lost in thought. Narrator. Whizwing hummed softly, tinkering with a small mechanical orb. Boulder sat beside him, silent and watchful, the glow of the fire reflecting in his serious eyes. Finally, Bluebolt leaned forward. Bluebolt softly. Lunara, is there no way to save your brother? Narrator. Lunara blinked, as though pulled from a distant memory. Her voice trembled as she spoke. Lunara, soft, sorrowful. Once, Umbrax and I were as close as twin stars. We danced through cosmic storms, explored nebulae hand in hand. But the star core called to him. It promised him power beyond any being's right. She paused, a silver tear sliding down her cheek. Lunara. I believe part of the brother I loved still exists. Hidden, buried under darkness. Bluebolt felt something stir inside him, a mix of hope and sorrow. Bluebolt. Then, maybe we can reach him. Narrator, soothing yet tense. Lunara turned to Bluebolt, a tiny smile breaking through her sadness. Lunara. You have such light within you, Bluebolt. Perhaps, the stars sent you here for more than battle. Whizwing suddenly interrupted, his mechanical orb whirring. Whizwing, excited whisper. I hate to break this lovely moment, but my scanners are picking up something big. And it's coming this way. Boulder immediately stood, his massive body casting long shadows across the clearing. Boulder, deep voice. Umbrax. Narrator, soft but building urgency. A distant roar echoed through the night, like thunder rolling across the stars. The ground quaked beneath their feet. Above, the stars seemed to flicker and dim as dark clouds twisted into monstrous shapes. Lunara gasped, her silver glow pulsing wildly. Lunara, fearful whisper. It's him. Bluebolt clenched his fists, the quills along his back sparking faint blue lightning. Bluebolt. Then let's face him. Narrator. The friends raced through the glowing forest. Trees bent away as they passed, their crystal leaves chiming like distant bells. Soon, they burst out onto a vast cliff overlooking a shimmering valley. There, above the valley, hung a swirling vortex of shadow and starlight. At its center hovered a figure, cloaked in darkness, eyes glowing like twin crimson suns. Narrator, dramatic pause. Umbrax had arrived. Narrator, deep echoing. Umbrax's voice rolled across the valley, smooth yet cold as winter ice. Umbrax. Sister. I felt your fear from across the stars. You've brought outsiders into our fate. Lunara stepped forward, her light shining defiantly. Lunara. Umbrax, this doesn't have to end in war. Let me help you. Umbrax tilted his head, studying her with faint amusement. Umbrax, mocking. Help me? Sister, you're blind. Zephyria could be ours, no longer hiding in cosmic shadows, but ruling the stars themselves. Narrator. Boulder growled low. Boulder. We'll never let you harm Zephyria. Umbrax's eyes shifted to Bluebolt. Umbrax, curious. And who is this little spark of blue? Bluebolt stood tall, though his heart thudded in his chest. Bluebolt firmly. My name is Bluebolt. And I won't let you hurt this world, or your sister. Narrator tensed soft. Umbrax laughed, a sound like cracking ice. Umbrax. Bold words. Let me show you true power. He raised a hand. Dark energy spiraled outward, weaving into monstrous forms. Shapes of void and stars twisted into towering beasts, their eyes glowing crimson. Narrator. Bluebolt felt the pulse of fear ripple through his chest. But he refused to back down. Bluebolt, soft whisper. Together. Narrator. The creatures lunged. Boulder charged into them like a living boulder, fists swinging. Whizwing unleashed gadgets that exploded into dazzling lights. Lunara spread her arms, sending waves of silver energy across the battlefield, slowing the monsters. Bluebolt blurred into motion, a streak of electric blue. He dashed around enemies, striking them with sharp bursts of light. Narrator excited but soft. Stars seemed to rain down upon the valley, flashes of silver and blue illuminating the darkness. Narrator. But Umbrax himself remained untouched, floating above the chaos, his eyes burning into Lunara. Umbrax, coldly? You waste your power on these creatures, sister. You could stand beside me. Lunara's voice broke. Lunara, pleading. Please, remember who you were. The brother who saved me from the cosmic storms. The brother who used to laugh. Umbrax's soft, cruel laugh. That Umbrax is gone. The stars belong to me now. Narrator, softly dramatic. Lunara collapsed to her knees, tears sparkling like dew on silver grass. Bluebolt rushed to her side, touching her shoulder gently. Bluebolt, softly. Don't give up. He's still in there. I believe it. Umbrax's eyes flickered. For a single instant, a shadow of doubt crossed his face. Narrator. And then, he vanished into a spiral of shadows, his monsters dissolving like smoke. Narrator calm, lingering. Silence fell over the valley. The stars returned, shining brighter than before. The friends stood breathless so. Bluebolt. Then, maybe we can reach him. Narrator, soothing yet tense. Lunara turned to Bluebolt, a tiny smile breaking through her sadness. Lunara. You have such light within you, Bluebolt. Perhaps, the stars sent you here for more than battle. Whizwing suddenly interrupted, his mechanical orb whirring. Whizwing, excited whisper. I hate to break this lovely moment, but my scanners are picking up something big. And it's coming this way. Boulder immediately stood, his massive body casting long shadows across the clearing. Boulder, deep voice. Umbrax. Narrator, soft but building urgency. A distant roar echoed through the night, like thunder rolling across the stars. The ground quaked beneath their feet. Above, the stars seemed to flicker and dim as dark clouds twisted into monstrous shapes. Lunara gasped, her silver glow pulsing wildly. Lunara, fearful whisper. It's him! Bluebolt clenched his fists, the quills along his back sparking faint blue lightning. Bluebolt. Then let's face him. Narrator. The friends raced through the glowing forest. Trees bent away as they passed, their crystal leaves chiming like distant bells. Soon, they burst out onto a vast cliff overlooking a shimmering valley. There, above the valley, hung a swirling vortex of shadow and starlight. At its center hovered a figure, cloaked in darkness, eyes glowing like twin crimson suns. Narrator, dramatic pause. Umbrax had arrived. Narrator, deep, echoing. Umbrax's voice rolled across the valley, smooth yet cold as winter ice. Umbrax. Sister. I felt your fear from across the stars. You've brought outsiders into our fate. Lunara stepped forward, her light shining defiantly. Lunara. Umbrax, this doesn't have to end in war. Let me help you. Umbrax tilted his head, studying her with faint amusement. Umbrax, mocking. Help me? Sister, you're blind. Zephyria could be ours, no longer hiding in cosmic shadows, but ruling the stars themselves. Narrator. Boulder growled low. Boulder. We'll never let you harm Zephyria. Umbrax's eyes shifted to Bluebolt. Umbrax, curious. And who is this little spark of blue? Bluebolt stood tall, though his heart thudded in his chest. Bluebolt, firmly. My name is Bluebolt. And I won't let you hurt this world, or your sister. Narrator, tense soft. Umbrax laughed, a sound like cracking ice. Umbrax. Bold words. Let me show you true power. He raised a hand. Dark energy spiraled outward, weaving into monstrous forms. Shapes of void and stars twisted into towering beasts, their eyes glowing crimson. Narrator. Bluebolt felt the pulse of fear ripple through his chest. But he refused to back down. Bluebolt, soft whisper. Together. Narrator. The creatures lunged. Boulder charged into them like a living boulder, fists swinging. Whizwing unleashed gadgets that exploded into dazzling lights. Lunara spread her arms, sending waves of silver energy across the battlefield, slowing the monsters. Bluebolt blurred into motion, a streak of electric blue. He dashed around enemies, striking them with sharp bursts of light. Narrator, excited but soft. Stars seemed to rain down upon the valley, flashes of silver and blue illuminating the darkness. Narrator. But Umbrax himself remained untouched, floating above the chaos, his eyes burning into Lunara. Umbrax, coldly? You waste your power on these creatures, sister. You could stand beside me. Narrator, softly dramatic. Lunara collapsed to her knees, tears sparkling like dew on silver grass. Bluebolt rushed to her side, touching her shoulder gently. Bluebolt, softly. Don't give up. He's still in there. I believe it. Umbrax's eyes flickered. For a single instant, a shadow of doubt crossed his face. Narrator. And then, he vanished into a spiral of shadows, his monsters dissolving like smoke. Narrator, calm, lingering. Silence fell over the valley. The stars returned, shining brighter than before. The friends stood breathless, surrounded by fallen starlight. Whizwing, soft voice. Okay, that was, officially the craziest night ever. Boulder, low chuckle. It's not over. Lunara rose slowly, her eyes still shimmering with tears. Lunara, soft yet strong. He's running. But he'll be back. And next time, he'll bring the full force of his army. Bluebolt took her hand gently. Bluebolt, calmly. Then we'll be ready. Together. Narrator, gentle and hopeful. And so, under a sky blooming with distant suns and glowing cosmic clouds, four friends stood united, a bond forged in starlight, love, and hope. But far across the galaxy, Umbrax's dark laughter echoed through the void, a chilling promise that the battle for Zephyria had only just begun. Dawn broke across Zephyria in hues of silver and lavender. Crystal towers reflected the morning light like prisms, scattering rainbows into the sky. The breeze carried the scent of glowing flowers, sweet and soothing. Bluebolt, Lunara, Whizwing, and Boulder stood on a high balcony in Zephyria's hidden city, Lunacrest, overlooking valleys blanketed in morning mist. Narrator. Lunara's glow was dimmer than before. She seemed distant, as if her thoughts were far away among the stars. Bluebolt gently touched her arm. Bluebolt softly. Lunara, are you okay? Narrator. She smiled faintly but didn't meet his eyes. Lunara. I keep thinking of who Umbrax used to be. I still see the boy who protected me from the void winds, who held my hand when I was afraid. Narrator. Her voice trembled. Lunara. But now, all I see is a shadow. Narrator. Bluebolt felt a quiet ache in his chest. He glanced at Whizwing, who shrugged helplessly, and at Boulder, who folded his massive arms in silence. Suddenly, the air around them shimmered. A glowing sphere floated toward them, radiating gentle music like a distant lullaby. Whizwing, whispering. Whoa, it's a star message! Narrator. The sphere opened, revealing flickering images, stars swirling, cosmic storms raging, and then Umbrax's face. Umbrax, coldly? Zephyria belongs to me. The star core is mine by birthright. I will return, and nothing will remain standing. Narrator. The message faded, leaving silence in its wake. Lunara turned to her friends, her silver hair catching the morning sun. Lunara, firmly. We must reach the star core before he does. Bluebolt, determined. Then we'll go together. Whizwing fidgeted. Whizwing. Has anyone mentioned that the star core is buried inside the maze of crystals? You know, the place where light bends, and people get lost, forever? Boulder rumbled. Boulder. Then we'll find the way. Narrator. And so, under skies blossoming with cosmic colors, the four friends began their journey to the heart of Zephyria. They reached the entrance to the maze of crystals, where towering crystal walls shimmered in shifting colors, reflecting thousands of bluebolts, Lunara, Whizwings, and boulders in every direction. Narrator softly. It was beautiful, and terrifying. Whizwing gulping. I suddenly hate reflections. Narrator, gentle laugh. Bluebolt placed a hand on his shoulder. Bluebolt. Stay close. Narrator. Inside the maze, light twisted into rainbows, paths spiraled into infinity. Whispers echoed from nowhere. Sometimes the crystals showed visions of home, or of deepest fears. Lunara staggered, clutching her head. Lunara, pained whisper. I hear him. Narrator. Bluebolt caught her, as she nearly fell. Bluebolt softly. I'm here. Narrator dreamy, calm. Visions flickered in the crystal walls, Lunara as a child, laughing beside Umbrax. Then darkness, Umbrax's eyes burning red. Umbrax echoing. Surrender the star core, or Zephyria burns. Narrator. Lunara shivered. Bluebolt took her hand. Bluebolt gentle. He can't take away who you are. Narrator soft and warm. For a moment, Lunara's glow brightened. Narrator. Finally, they stumbled out of the maze into a vast cavern. At its center floated a huge crystal shaped like a blazing star, the star core. It pulsed with swirling silver and gold light. Whizwing awed. Okay, that's the prettiest doom I've ever seen. Narrator. But before anyone could move, a blast of black energy struck the cavern floor. Umbrax, thundering voice. Too late. Shadows poured into the cavern, swirling around Umbrax as he descended from above. His cloak of cosmic darkness rippled like liquid night. Umbrax coldly. The star core belongs to me. Lunara stepped forward, trembling. Lunara pleading. Umbrax, please. This isn't the way. Narrator. Umbrax's eyes glowed crimson. Umbrax dark laugh. Sister, the stars promised me everything. He reached toward the star core, tendrils of dark energy wrapping around it. Narrator tense. Lunara screamed as pain shot through her body, as if the star core was bound to her very soul. Bluebolt desperate. Lunara! Narrator. Boulder charged at Umbrax, fists blazing with red energy, but Umbrax blasted him aside like a leaf in the wind. Narrator, softly dramatic. Whizwing hurled gadgets, explosions lighting the shadows, but Umbrax barely flinched. Umbrax. You cannot fight destiny. Narrator. Bluebolt stood trembling, then remembered Lunara's words. Bluebolt, soft whisper. Light, within me. He focused, closing his eyes. A brilliant blue glow erupted from his chest, spreading outward in waves. Narrator, gentle yet powerful. Umbrax staggered back, shielding his eyes. The dark tendrils recoiled from the star core. Umbrax roaring. Anoo! Narrator. Bluebolt ran forward, grabbed Lunara's hand, and together, their lights merged, silver and blue swirling into radiant white. Lunara, softly. Brother, please! For one instant, Umbrax's face softened. A tear slid down his cheek. Umbrax, hoarse whisper. Luna! Narrator calm, emotional. But darkness surged again, drowning out the moment. Umbrax howled and vanished into a spiral of shadows, leaving only silence. Narrator soft. The star core pulsed gently, unharmed. Lunara collapsed into Bluebolt's arms. Bluebolt, whispering. It's over, for now. Narrator. Boulder helped Lunara stand. Whizwing let out a long, shaky breath. Whizwing. So, anyone else ready for a really long nap? Narrator, gentle laughter. The friends shared soft laughter, though sadness still clouded their eyes. Narrator. Lunara gazed into the glowing star core. Lunara, softly. Umbrax is still out there. And he'll return, stronger. Bluebolt squeezed her hand. Bluebolt, softly. Then so will we. Narrator, hopeful, dreamy. And in the crystal cavern, with stars shining above, four friends stood together, a promise shining in their hearts, that no matter how dark the cosmos became, they would stand as one. Far beyond Zephyria, in the endless sea of stars, Umbrax's laughter whispered through the void, a dark echo of a destiny yet to unfold. Narrator, soft voice. Days passed since the battle in the crystal cavern. Zephyria bathed in gentle starlight once more. The shadows seemed to withdraw, leaving behind skies so clear that every star glistened like a tear of joy. Bluebolt stood on a balcony high above Lunacrest, gazing at the endless cosmos. The wind rustled his blue quills. For the first time since arriving in Zephyria, he felt at peace. Narrator. Yet in the quiet, he also felt a pull. As though the stars were whispering secrets, only he could hear. Narrator. Lunara joined him, silver hair flowing in the breeze. Her glow was brighter now, though her eyes still held shadows of sadness. Lunara, softly. The star core is safe, for now. Bluebolt, gently. But Umbrax will come back. Won't he? Narrator. Lunara nodded. Lunara. Yes. He's wounded, but not defeated. He'll return stronger. He believes the cosmos belongs to him alone. Bluebolt gazed into the stars. Bluebolt. Then we'll have to be stronger too. Narrator, softly emotional. Lunara smiled faintly. Lunara. You've changed Zephyria more than you know, Bluebolt. You've given us hope. Bluebolt felt warmth spread through his chest. He turned to face her fully. Bluebolt, quietly. I've never belonged anywhere. Back in my world I was just fast. Here. I feel like I matter. Narrator. Lunara reached out, resting her hand against his cheek, silver light glowing around her fingertips. Lunara. You matter more than you can imagine. Narrator's soft pause. For a moment, time seemed to freeze. The stars hung still, the air filled with shimmering silence. Bluebolt felt something blooming between them, a bond deeper than friendship, as infinite as the cosmos itself. Suddenly, Whizwing zoomed in, wings buzzing frantically. Whizwing excited. Hey! Sorry to interrupt the whole, sparkly romantic moment, but Boulder found something you need to see. Bluebolt blinked. Bluebolt. What is it? Narrator. They followed Whizwing through winding crystal corridors until they reached a chamber deep beneath Lunacrest. Boulder stood there, arms folded, staring at a glowing panel of ancient runes etched into a crystal wall. Boulder, deep voice. Lunara. This writing, it's older than Zephyria. Lunara's eyes widened. Lunara, soft gasp. The prophecy of the celestial convergence. Narrator. Bluebolt tilted his head. Bluebolt. Prophecy? Narrator. Lunara traced her fingers across the glowing symbols. Lunara, soft, mysterious. It speaks of a moment when the star core and the heart of a being of pure light must merge, to either save the cosmos, or destroy it. Bluebolt swallowed. Bluebolt whisper. A being of pure light. Lunara slowly turned to him, eyes shimmering. Lunara. Bluebolt, it might be you. Narrator, soft shock. Silence filled the chamber. The glowing symbols pulsed gently, like a heartbeat. Whizwing softly. So, either Bluebolt saves us all, or accidentally blows up the universe. Narrator. Bluebolt let out a nervous laugh. Bluebolt. No pressure. Narrator, gentle. Boulder stepped forward, placing a massive hand on Bluebolt's shoulder. Boulder. Whatever comes, we face it together. Lunara nodded firmly. Lunara. We'll find a way. Even if Umbrax returns, we'll be ready. Narrator. They left the chamber and stepped outside once more. Night had fallen, the sky ablaze with colors like spilled paint across a dark canvas. Bluebolt stood quietly, feeling the cool wind on his face. Bluebolt, softly, almost to himself. My whole life, I've been running, but maybe now I finally know what I'm running toward. Narrator, warmly. Lunara smiled beside him. Lunara. You're running toward destiny. Narrator, dreamy, soothing. The friends gazed out across Zephyria, crystal towers shining, rivers flowing like liquid stars. Hope sparkled in the night air. Far away, hidden among the shadows of the galaxy, Umbrax hovered above a dark world, his eyes burning red. His voice echoed softly across the stars. Umbrax, low whisper. The star core will be mine, and this time, not even love will save you. Narrator, soft fade out. But in the light of countless stars, Bluebolt and his friends stood ready, united by friendship, courage, and the belief that even in the darkest night, the smallest spark could shine brighter than all the galaxies combined. Narrator, soft, gentle. Stars shimmered over Zephyria like a vast ocean of diamonds. It had been weeks since the battle for the star core. Peace seemed to have returned, but in the quiet, a shadow waited. Narrator. In the secret chamber beneath Lunacrest, Lunara studied the ancient runes day and night. Her silver glow seemed dimmer, as though the knowledge weighed heavy on her heart. Bluebolt stood beside her, watching. Bluebolt softly. Lunara, you haven't slept in days. Lunara, faint smile. I can't rest. The prophecy says the light of a single star must merge with the star core, or all will fall to darkness. Narrator. Bluebolt placed his hand over hers. Bluebolt calm. We'll find a way, together. Narrator. Just then, Whizwing flew in, wings buzzing frantically. Whizwing breathless. Not to freak anyone out, but there's a giant rift opening in the sky outside. Like cosmic-level giant. Narrator tense but soft. The friends rushed to the balcony. Above the crystal towers, the sky twisted into a swirling vortex. Stars disappeared into spiraling darkness. A roar rolled across the heavens like thunder. From the center of the vortex, a figure slowly emerged, tall, cloaked in cosmic shadows, eyes burning like twin crimson stars. Narrator. It was Umbrax. Umbrax, voice echoing like distant storms. Sister. Bluebolt, did you think I would stay hidden forever? Narrator. Lunara stepped forward, trembling. Lunara. Umbrax, please stop this. Umbrax's dark laugh. You still cling to hope. But hope is a chain, sister. Break it, and the stars are yours. Narrator. He stretched out a hand. The shadows around him twisted into monstrous forms, beasts of starlight and void, snarling and shifting with cosmic energy. Boulder, deep, steady voice. We'll stop you. Umbrax. Try. Narrator, soft but dramatic. The monsters lunged. Boulder roared, slamming into them with earth-shaking force. Whizwing zipped through the air, hurling glowing orbs that exploded into dazzling lights. Lunara raised her arms, sending waves of silver energy crashing over the beasts. Bluebolt blurred into motion, blue lightning crackling from his quills. Narrator. But for every monster they defeated, 2 more emerged. The vortex above them grew larger, swallowing stars. Umbrax, coldly? The cosmos will kneel to me. And Zephyria will be my throne. Narrator. Suddenly, Umbrax focused his gaze on Bluebolt. Umbrax. Your light belongs to me. Dark tendrils shot toward Bluebolt. Lunara screamed. Lunara. No! Narrator. Bluebolt braced himself, but instead of pain, he felt something strange. Like the stars themselves were whispering secrets into his soul. Narrator, soft and mysterious. A bright white glow burst from Bluebolt's chest, pushing back Umbrax's shadows. Umbrax staggered, eyes wide with shock. Umbrax, snarling. Impossible! Bluebolt stood, panting. Bluebolt, breathless. Stay away from my friends. Narrator. Umbrax narrowed his eyes. Umbrax. Very well. But know this, the star core will be mine. And when I return, even love won't save you. In a swirl of shadows, Umbrax vanished. The vortex above slowly faded, stars returning one by one. Narrator, gentle. Silence fell over Lunacrest once more. But the friends knew, the real battle had only just begun. Narrator, soft, calming. Dawn cast a pale gold glow over Zephyria. The air smelled of rain and starlight. But beneath the beauty, a quiet dread lingered. Narrator. Bluebolt sat beside Lunara in the star chamber, the ancient runes still glowing softly. Boulder stood like a silent guardian at the door. Whizwing paced in anxious circles. Whizwing worried. Okay, so Umbrax has a cosmic army. And he wants Bluebolt's power. Anyone else think we're slightly doomed? Narrator, gentle humor. Bluebolt grinned faintly. Bluebolt. I've faced worse. Like losing my chilly dog to a seagull once. Lunara let out a soft laugh, though her eyes still shimmered with worry. Narrator. Lunara sighed, tracing her fingers along the runes. Lunara, softly. Bluebolt, there's something else in the prophecy. It speaks of a key. A star hidden in a realm beyond Zephyria. Only it can unlock the true power of the star core. Bluebolt, curious. Where is it? Narrator. Lunara hesitated. Lunara. In a place called Astral Abyss. Narrator, mysterious, soft. Whizwing froze mid-flight. Whizwing, shaky. The Astral Abyss? That's the place where light goes to die. Boulder frowned. Boulder. Then that's where we're going. Narrator. Lunara placed a gentle hand on Bluebolt's arm. Lunara. You don't have to do this, Bluebolt. Bluebolt, quiet but firm. Yes. I do. He met her eyes, his own shining like distant stars. Bluebolt. I didn't come to Zephyria just to run away. Narrator, dreamy, hopeful. So the friends set out once more. Through silver forests, across floating crystal bridges, deeper into Zephyria than they had ever dared venture. Narrator, soft, mysterious. Bluebolt felt as though he was falling through endless stars. Colors swirled around him, indigo, silver, brilliant white. The portal twisted and spun, whispering secrets he could not understand. Finally, his feet touched solid ground. A cold wind howled through the void. Narrator. He opened his eyes, and gasped. Narrator. Before him stretched the astral abyss, an endless landscape of floating islands, shattered stars, and rivers of glowing mist. Strange lights moved in the distance like cosmic jellyfish. Time itself seemed to flow sideways. Whizwing hovered beside him, wings flickering like starlight. Whizwing, hushed voice. Okay, this is officially the weirdest place I've ever been. Narrator. Boulder stood silently, eyes scanning the horizon. Boulder. Stay close. Narrator. Lunara shivered beside Bluebolt. Her glow dimmed as shadows crept along the edges of her silver aura. Lunara, softly. This place feeds on fear. Bluebolt took her hand. Bluebolt, gentle. Then we'll face it together. Narrator, soft tension. They moved across a bridge of glassy crystal. Beneath them, stars floated like golden fish in a black ocean. Whispers drifted through the void, voices half familiar, half strange. Suddenly, a shape loomed ahead, a giant creature made of starlight and shadows, eyes burning white. Narrator tense. It blocked their path, tentacles writhing like living comets. Whizwing panicked. That thing looks like it eats universes for breakfast. Boulder stepped forward, fists glowing red. Boulder growl. Stand back. Narrator. Boulder swung his fists, sending shockwaves through the creature. But it only roared, tentacles lashing out. Narrator. Lunara raised her arms, sending silver light crashing into the monster. Bluebolt blurred into motion, striking from every angle. Sparks of cosmic energy danced across the bridge. Narrator, softly dramatic. Finally, the creature screamed, dissolving into a cloud of stardust. Whizwing breathing hard. Let's not meet that again. Narrator. They continued onward deeper into the abyss. Narrator gentle. After hours of twisting paths, they reached a place of silence. A massive floating island hung in the void, carved with glowing runes. At its center floated a star-shaped crystal, pulsing gently. Lunara, softly. The celestial key! Bluebolt stepped forward. As he touched the crystal, a blast of white light flared outward. Narrator mysterious. In that instant, Bluebolt saw visions, Umbrax as a child, laughing beside Lunara, then turning away, eyes darkening. Umbrax, echoing whisper. I never wanted to rule. I only wanted to protect her. Narrator, softly sad. Bluebolt opened his eyes, trembling. Bluebolt whisper. Umbrax, what happened to you? Narrator. Lunara placed a gentle hand on Bluebolt's shoulder. Lunara. Perhaps he's still in there, waiting to be saved. Narrator hopeful. Bluebolt closed his fingers around the celestial key. Stars glowed brighter all around them. Narrator. But far away, Umbrax opened his crimson eyes and smiled. Umbrax low whisper. Perfect. Now bring me the key, little star. Narrator soft, suspenseful. The friends began their journey back through the astral abyss. The celestial key glowed softly in Bluebolt's hand, warm and humming with cosmic power. Narrator. As they crossed another bridge of cosmic ice, Lunara staggered. Lunara, soft gasp. He's calling me. Narrator. Bluebolt caught her. Bluebolt gentle. Don't listen, Lunara. Narrator. But a voice echoed through the void, wrapping around them like silk. Umbrax smooth, soft. Sister, come to me. Leave these mortals behind. Narrator. Lunara's eyes shimmered with tears. Lunara. Umbrax, please, don't make me choose. Narrator. Suddenly, the abyss shuddered. Cracks opened in the cosmic bridges. A tidal wave of darkness surged toward them, filled with twisted creatures made of shadow. Whizwing panicked. Run! Narrator tense but soft. Boulder swung his massive fists, smashing creatures aside. Lunara fired silver blasts, tears running down her cheeks. Bluebolt blurred faster than ever, a streak of electric blue. But the darkness kept coming. Umbrax, echoing dark. Surrender the key, Bluebolt, or I'll tear Zephyria apart. Bluebolt yelling. Never! Narrator. Umbrax appeared before them, rising from the darkness, cloaked in swirling shadows. Umbrax. Then watch your world burn. He lunged at Bluebolt, shadows whipping forward like blades. Narrator, softly dramatic. Bluebolt met him head on, a brilliant white light bursting from his chest. The shadows recoiled. Umbrax snarling. You can't win! Narrator. Lunara screamed, raising her hands. Silver light joined Bluebolt's white glow, creating a dazzling storm of cosmic energy. Umbrax staggered, shadows peeling away from his body. For a moment, his eyes turned soft, the old Umbrax peeking through. Umbrax, whisper. Luna, help me! Narrator, gentle. Lunara sobbed. Lunara. Come back, brother. Please! Narrator. But a surge of darkness swallowed Umbrax's face once more. He roared, summoning a massive explosion of cosmic energy that hurled everyone backward. Narrator, soft, emotional. When Bluebolt opened his eyes, Umbrax was gone. The shadows had vanished. Silence filled the abyss. Whizwing, breathless. Please, tell me that's over. Lunara knelt beside Bluebolt, tears falling. Lunara, broken whisper. He's still out there. And next time, he might not hold back. Narrator. Bluebolt looked at the celestial key in his hand. Bluebolt softly. Then next time, either will we. Narrator hopeful. The friends slowly made their way back through the abyss, the celestial key glowing brighter than ever. Far away, unseen among the stars, Umbrax floated in silence, eyes burning, but a single silver tear traced down his cheek. Narrator soft, emotional. Stars glowed overhead as Bluebolt and his friends stepped out of the astral abyss. Zephyria lay before them, quiet, beautiful, but tense, like the air before a storm. Narrator. Lunara held the celestial key close to her chest, its silver glow shimmering through her fingers. Bluebolt gently. Lunara, what's wrong? Narrator. Lunara looked away, voice trembling. Lunara, soft whisper. I keep feeling him, even now. Umbrax. Like his thoughts are tangled with mine. Narrator. Bluebolt placed a hand on her shoulder. Bluebolt. He's your brother. That bond doesn't vanish, even in darkness. Narrator soft pause. Lunara let out a shaky breath. Lunara. I'm scared that when the time comes, I won't be able to choose. Narrator gentle but tense. Whizwing fluttered closer, his wings glowing faintly. Whizwing nervous. So, anyone else feeling like we're walking into the final boss fight? Boulder rumbled low. Boulder. Then we fight. Narrator. Bluebolt clenched his fists, electricity crackling faintly around his quills. Bluebolt. Whatever comes, we face it together. Narrator. That night, Lunecrest gathered under the stars. Crystal towers shimmered as the people of Zephyria lit glowing lanterns, sending them drifting into the sky. Narrator soft, dreamy. Bluebolt watched the lights float upward, each one carrying wishes for peace, hope, and love. Lunara, soft voice. In my world, we believe each light is a promise. A promise that the stars will watch over us. Narrator. Bluebolt smiled. Bluebolt. Then let's make a promise. That no matter what happens, we won't give up on Umbrax. Narrator warm. Lunara's eyes glistened as she nodded. Lunara. I promise. Narrator. High above, hidden among the stars, Umbrax watched the lanterns rise. His crimson eyes softened, if only for a moment. Umbrax soft whisper. Luna, what have they done to you? Narrator soft, mysterious. Dawn broke over Zephyria in waves of pink and gold. The breeze smelled of starlight and blooming crystal flowers. But deep in the heart of Lunacrest, the star core pulsed faster than ever. Narrator. Bluebolt and Lunara stood before it, the celestial key hovering between them, glowing with intense silver light. Lunara tense. The star core is unstable. It's calling out to the key, and to you, Bluebolt. Narrator. Bluebolt swallowed hard. Bluebolt softly. Is it dangerous? Lunara, sadly. It could save everything, or destroy it all. Narrator soft but urgent. Boulder stepped closer, massive arms crossed. Boulder. Then we protect Bluebolt. At any cost. Whizwing buzzed closer. Whizwing. Hey, I vote no cosmic kabooms. Let's go with the saving option. Narrator, gentle humor. Bluebolt let out a soft laugh. Bluebolt. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Narrator. Suddenly, the star core flashed red. A tremor shook the entire chamber. Lunara screamed as shadows burst from the walls, swirling like black flames. Narrator warm. Lunara's eyes glistened as she nodded. Lunara. I promise. Narrator. High above, hidden among the stars, Umbrax watched the lanterns rise. His crimson eyes softened, if only for a moment. Umbrax's soft whisper. Luna, what have they done to you? Narrator dramatic but soft. From within the shadows, Umbrax emerged, his cloak billowing like living night. Umbrax coldly. It's time, sister. Lunara pleading. Umbrax, please. Umbrax roaring. Enough! Narrator. Umbrax thrust out his hand. Dark energy shot forward, slamming into Lunara and Boulder, sending them crashing to the ground. Narrator. Whizwing darted forward, gadgets exploding in bursts of light, but Umbrax deflected them with a wave of his cloak. Umbrax. Stay out of this, mortals! Narrator. He turned to Bluebolt, eyes burning crimson. Umbrax. The star core belongs to me. And your light belongs to me. Narrator soft but intense. Umbrax lunged. Bluebolt met him midair, blue lightning crackling. Their powers collided in a dazzling explosion that lit up the entire chamber. Narrator. Lunara crawled forward, sobbing. Lunara, crying out. Stop! You're going to destroy everything. Narrator. Bluebolt and Umbrax slammed into the floor. Umbrax pinned Bluebolt down, shadows writhing around his body. Umbrax snarling. Give me your light, and maybe I'll spare Zephyria. Bluebolt, straining. No. I'll never let you hurt them. Narrator. Suddenly, the celestial key lifted into the air, spinning faster and faster. Streams of pure silver and blue energy shot outward, wrapping around Bluebolt. Narrator mystical. Umbrax tried to grasp it, but a burst of white light hurled him backward. Narrator. Bluebolt slowly rose into the air, his entire body glowing bright as a star. His eyes shone with cosmic light. Bluebolt, soft but powerful. This ends now, Umbrax. Umbrax staggering. No, it's mine! Narrator, softly epic. Bluebolt unleashed a wave of pure light that washed over the shadows, breaking Umbrax's dark tendrils. Umbrax screamed, collapsing to one knee. For a moment, the darkness receded, and the boy Lunara once loved looked out through his crimson eyes. Umbrax, whisper. Luna! I'm sorry. Narrator, gentle. Lunara ran forward, sobbing. Lunara. Brother, come back to me! Narrator. But a final surge of darkness ripped Umbrax away. He vanished into a spiral of shadows, leaving silence behind. Narrator, soft and emotional. Lunara collapsed to her knees, shaking. Lunara, soft sob. He's still in there. I know he is. Bluebolt, gently. Then we'll save him. No matter how long it takes. Narrator. The star core pulsed gently, its light calmer now. The shadows faded. And in the quiet, a breeze carried Lunara's soft whisper into the stars. Lunara. I'll bring you home, brother.